here we are. New studio. Well, my old studio, just a new take on my old studio. I expanded it. I brought it out. I gave it more space. I bought that really cool shelf because it fit the space perfectly. And really, it's kind of what I needed to get my mind working. So in the last week, I've been working really hard on this space down here. I needed to redo everything. I needed to gut the whole thing, and I did. Piece by piece, took all the wires out, wrapped them up, put them away, repositioned everything, repositioned it a few more times, and then got the wires back out, plugged everything up. I think now I got a great flow, but I'm excited because change is good. And you know what? I had to do something, right? That's today's topic. Something is better than nothing. See, in my life, oh God, I don't even know how many times. But in my life, multiple times, I've just been crippled to the point of not doing anything. Have you been there? You know what that's like, right? We've all done it, I think. Crippled to the point of doing nothing because what's the point? Why hope? Why bother? Just general overall feeling of despair. And what I've learned over time is that, you know what? Something is better than nothing. Sometimes it takes that baby step. Hear me. This is good stuff. I wish I could bottle this and drink it every day because I need to remind myself of this. You have to take a baby step before you start walking, right? You have to crawl even before then. And before you crawl, you have to be able to push yourself up. Get yourself on a table and balance yourself. We actually don't get to watch ourselves grow. The only way, if you remember being a kid and you remember writing on the little line we use the door frame, writing on the door frame your height as you got older. Try watching yourself grow. You can't even watch, if you have children, you can't watch your children grow. It's impossible. So then why do we expect to see immediate results when we're doing something that's not a physical thing, but a more of a mental or an emotional change, or something that we have to, it may even be a big change, and we want to see immediate results. If we dispel that notion, if we get rid of that notion, we're going to be in a much better place. See, the fact is, you can't watch yourself grow, and you can't watch yourself grow emotionally, spiritually, mentally. You only get a reference point. That's why I really do believe in like journaling and I write poetry, I write songs, I'm working on a couple books. There's something about the act of writing. It's your mark on the wall to gauge your height. If you're journaling every day or every week, or if you're on a consistent basis writing things down, you'll note that, oh wow, I've come a long way. I remember looking at poems that I wrote. I wrote a lot of poetry when I had a really rough time. As you guys probably know, I got kicked out of school in the 8th grade. I had already failed 7th grade and 8th grade once each because I just didn't go to school. Or when I was in school, I was just a class clown. I did nothing in school that was productive. So I ended up at 15 years old, kicked out of school. I was an 8th grade dropout. And I had to really soul search. I really had to kind of dig deep. So when I was going through this period, that's when I really learned to write things down. And I started writing, and a lot of those poems, the heart-wrenching poems, or just journal entries, were this: why am I not able to do what I want to do? We all have that experience where we know we shouldn't be doing something, but we still end up doing it anyways. I'm writing all these things down, and they're heart-wrenching. They're that the general tone is, why can't I do what I want to do? Why do I constantly sabotage myself? Why do I constantly derail my own plans right here? Why do I do that? That's the general tone of a lot of my early work. I look back, it was my mark on the wall, because when I did look back after years, probably about 15, 20 years, I still have all of those old notes. After 15, 20 years, you look back and you're like, oh my gosh, I actually have come a long, long way. I've come much farther than I even thought. And sometimes that's exactly what it takes. So what am I talking about today? Something is better than nothing. If you want to be, in my case, I want to be a public speaker. I want to be an author. I want to be a writer. I want to help people. So what do? Well, you do videos. If they're not good, improve them, right? That's my general plan. Improve as I go. But I didn't want to let time pass any longer, because I already let time pass in my life. I didn't want to let any more time pass before I was doing the thing that I really feel the most joy out of doing. Some would call it my purpose. What's your thing? What's your thing? And can you take a baby step? That's today's question. Are you able to take a baby step towards that? Baby steps turn into real steps. You can do anything you want if you just do something, one step at a time, over and over and over again. It's like shampoo. Wash, rinse, repeat. Always repeat. Anyways, that's the topic today. Something is better than nothing. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please like, subscribe, share. I know you hear this all the time on YouTube, but it really matters because it helps me when you do those things. And share this with other people that might need it. I firmly believe that my calling in life is to kind of lay breadcrumbs for those people that are in the same situation that I was. And the situation I was in was not a good one. It was a very, very extremely difficult road that I traveled. I'm not finished, I'm not there yet, but I did come from a very, very, very difficult, dark place, and I'm emerging. And let me tell you, that feels good. So, until next video, peace out from the 8th grade dropout, and I'll see you then.